Hi, I'm Shadow Witch, and welcome to my circle. Today we are going to be discussing, very quickly, very short, HooDoo, exactly what it is and what it's not. And it doesn't take long to dispel nonsense. Now, if you hear the word HooDoo and think, ooh, something bad, something evil, it's probably because you don't know anything about it. We need to stop acting as if things are evil and wrong and bad in the spiritual world. Yes, there is evil in this world, and it is perpetrated by humans, not some boogeymen running around, not demons hanging out in the corners of your room, Satan trying to get people. But HooDoo, which is a magical practice, is not a religion. So let me tell you the origins of HooDoo, because some of the magic that I will share with you, very simple magic, can be found in the world of HooDoo. And the origins of HooDoo come from the enslaved cultures, the peoples of our history around the world, from the Jewish people that found themselves enslaved in ancient Egypt, Africans that were enslaved and then sold to various people around the world, and Caribbean people in the southern United States that were enslaved. And this is the origins of HooDoo. They use roots and herbs and a lot of different aspects blended together in a beautiful stew of a magical practice that can be very powerful, that can be very helpful. And who does it help today? Well, as those ancient enslaved people found themselves oppressed, in their case by masters, and they tried to throw off the oppression. Today we do have many people in countries that don't allow slavery, but who also find themselves oppressed. You might be a person of color, you might be an immigrant, you might be of the LGBTQIA community. Women often find themselves oppressed in abusive relationships. Perhaps you have a boss that is very overbearing. There could be somebody in your family that is very oppressive and hard to deal with for no other reason than they just could be a mean person. It is up to the person to determine if they feel oppressed. And yes, it's very easy to say, just walk away. Just walk away. But if it's a boss and you need to feed your family, it's not that easy. If it is a family member and you have nowhere else to go, again, hard. There are people that literally cannot take and change the color of their skin, and oppression comes from areas that people with my color skin honestly have no idea. It can only say I have read so many stories, I've listened to so many stories, and I still can only empathize, but I can't say I know. I can't say I can even imagine what people go through being judged just on the color of their skin. As a witch, I do know what it is like to be judged just because people think I'm in league with some fictional devil. as a woman, being perceived as less intelligent, as less strong, as less fill in the blank. If you feel that you are in a situation that you are oppressed, that you cannot achieve what you feel you could achieve, HooDoo has the ability to help you. And if you choose to do other sorts of magic, fine. Nobody's forcing you to do anything that you don't want to do. But understand, if you're like, oh, I don't even want to do that. Oh, it says HooDoo. Why are you scared of something that, you know, might consist of some herbs or some spices or some sugar or some honey and candle or two? Could be ingredients you use every single day in your magic. It's just put together in a different way. It doesn't make the person using them bad or evil. It just makes you unaware of what they're doing or their practice. So, HooDoo comes from very ancient cultures, out of necessity, needing to, in some small way, make their lives manageable, livable, and less horrible. And we can use those ancient techniques, those ancient practices to make our lives, should you feel that you are oppressed, better, easier, in many ways. Now, I am by no means a master of HooDoo, and I don't pretend to be. I just blend it along with other magics that I do. I do suggest that you look online. There's amazing HooDoo practitioners out there that have been doing this far longer than I. I've been working with magic for over 40 years. I use Celtic magic. I do use ancient Judaic magic. I use, oh my goodness, folk magics, Eastern European magics. I've used Strega, and now HooDoo. There's so many different kinds that I've stopped labeling them. I just use my ingredients, my supplies, all of my tools, and I use what I need, put it together, and I cast a spell. If you want to know more about HooDoo, I would check it out online. Try to find some practitioners that resonate with you. If what I say sounds good, take a second, hit that subscribe button, and like and follow and share. I would really appreciate it. And please, if you have any questions, I'd like to start a conversation. I'd like to get some comments going. Please ask, what would you like to see me cover in the next week or so? And I would be happy to, I just figured out how to look at the comments, so I'm learning as I go along, so thank you for your patience. And the next thing I'm going to cover in my very next video, which is going to come out tomorrow, is going to be the Ouija board. Ooh, I know. I've used the Ouija board for decades, and boy, could I tell you some stories. And no, they're not anything like you've heard before. I'm going to tell you the actual origin of the Ouija board and why so many people think all these crazy stories are true. Well, I'm Shadow Witch. Thanks for visiting my circle, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Blessed be.